I've been thinking a lot about the Christmas story this year, and something stood out to me in a whole new way. When Jesus arrived, people responded so differently. Herod, driven by fear and his desperate need for control, used his authority to crush the vulnerable and protect his earthly throne at any cost. Violence, deception, insecurity marked his reign. He was determined to kill, steal, and destroy the very families that God came to save. Then on the other side, we meet the Magi. These humble truth seekers willingly traveled far from home to honor a newborn king. Guided by God's light, they offered their gifts with reverence and protected the vulnerable by refusing to cooperate with darkness. In obedience and wisdom, they chose courage over fear, worship over power. Their generous and sacrificial gifts equipped a precious family. Today, that same contrast remains. Will we cling to worldly strength, privileges, and comfort? Or will we follow the star and walk by faith toward the light? Will we look inward, protecting what's ours, or outward, lifting up those who are suffering, poor, and forgotten? Will our lives equip and empower others? This is the mission that unites us, the choice we must make daily. Farms do exist to empower families, protect the vulnerable, and help communities discover the abundant life that Jesus came to bring. Every rainbow meal, every garden planted, every soybean harvest, every tippy-tap built is a reminder that Christ's birth still pushes back the darkness. This year, in places like Rank, South Sudan, amid war, hunger, and displacement, Jesus has been born again into the lives of those who have found hope with their own hands. If you had been there in January, you would have seen so much loss. Families fleeing across the border with almost nothing, children exhausted and hungry, a town suddenly full of people who didn't know what tomorrow would look like. Dozens of organizations stepped in with urgent help, giving these families food, cash, protection, all good things, but temporary things. Then Farm Stew stepped in with something different, training instead of handouts, seeds, simple tools, cooking lessons, peace building, and forgiveness. Things that give people a life back, piece by piece. And it worked. Mothers learned to cook nourishing meals with ingredients they had never used before. Kids planted mango trees with huge smiles on their faces, and gardens came back to life. Families who hadn't spoken in years sat down together during the forgiveness lessons and actually started talking again. And then came the spiritual fruit. At least 17 people choosing to follow Jesus in baptism, in a place touched by so much darkness. That kind of light is hard to put into words. When I hear what's happening in Rank, I can't help but feel grateful to you. You've made it possible. You chose the Magi's road this year. You didn't cling tight, you stepped towards the light. Your gifts helped mothers feed their families. Your gifts helped fathers learn to farm again. Your gifts helped bring peace where there wasn't any. You helped shine the gospel in a very practical way. Thank you for your heart, your generosity, and your faithfulness. Thank you for choosing the way of the Magi, choosing to seek Jesus, to defend life, and to bring hope where it's needed most. My prayer is that Christ fills your home with peace, joy, and light this Christmas. Merry Christmas and blessings for the year ahead.